Recently, I did a review on Leaving Neverland, which is the 4 hour, two-part HBO documentary on Michael Jackson, or it's at least on these two accusers who are accusing Michael Jackson of molesting them and doing just some horrible, horrible things to them when they were young. James Safechuck and Wade Robson. And I gave a very honest and immediate reaction to the documentary. I literally just watched it and then walked over in front of my camera and recorded my thoughts. So I'm not going to delete the review or take it down because my thoughts are my thoughts, or at least they were at the time. But upon further investigation, upon further looking into these two accusers and just looking up exactly what their history is with Michael and what they've been through, especially lately, I have a lot more questions. Now, I'm not flat out saying that I think they're liars. I'm not flat out saying that, hey, that documentary is fraud and it's full of crap, because I honestly still don't know. The problem is that the documentary is very one sided. It presents these cases and these stories as if it's fact, or as if it's, hey, this is exactly what happened and there's no other way to look at it. And they leave a lot out. I'm surprised by how much stuff is left out, as far as more so on Wade Robson's side, how he dated Michael Jackson's niece for 7 years. None of that was mentioned. And the fact that she herself wasn't interviewed. Why not? Why wasn't anyone from Jackson's family or Jackson's kids? Well, maybe you don't want to interview his kids on this subject, but still, why isn't anyone who's on the Michael side being interviewed for this? Why is it just one sided? Sure, maybe you just want to tell their story and get that story across. Maybe you don't want to have a debate about it, and all right, fine. But I think this is irresponsible. I think this is irresponsible to not present all of the facts, to not get into the fact that both of these men are suing, in the middle of suing the Jackson estate for over $1 billion, which is ridiculous. I mean, look, I've never been molested as a child, so I don't know what that could do to a person. But I know that I wouldn't be so hell bent on getting money for it, or at least that much money. It does seem fishy. It does seem like there's something that is missing from the story here. And also the fact that this documentary is coming out at the time that it is coming out to maybe help further their chances or make them look better in the lawsuit. I don't know, guys. I don't want to come off completely attacking them. I don't want to come off saying that they're liars. I don't want to come off saying that they're horrible people, because I've seen the comments. I've seen plenty of people come down on one side of it. And I feel like if you're not on one side and that one side only, then you're an idiot, or you're an a-hole, or you're too gullible, or you're too this and that. And that's not what this is. This is simply not fully understanding what's going on here. This is me being frustrated over my love for Michael Jackson and for his music, and not wanting to just quickly go one way or another as far as disowning the music or disowning him as a person. Because what if there's doubt? What if none of this is true? What if he was just a really nice guy? Sure, maybe sleeping in beds with children is weird, and yes, it is very weird. And even if he didn't touch them, it's still weird. But still, I don't want to be so quick to call him a monster, to call him a molester, call him something that many people have called him for years without definitive proof. There's some weird evidence in this documentary that I will say raises doubt, and that does make me raise questions concerning Michael and who he was. This is all true, but I still have other questions. I still need to know more, want to know more. I'm not fully committed either way. I'm still going to look things up. This might be something that continues forever. We might never know the full truth, especially because Michael is passed. I will say this for the last thing I want to say If James Safechuck and Wade Robson, if they are lying, and if they are just doing this for the money, if they were paid very handsomely for this documentary, which I have heard people imply, even Aaron Carter, who I'm not saying just because he said it, I believe him, but it's interesting when you hear he said he was offered money to do this documentary and he turned it down. You have actors like Macaulay Culkin and Corey Feldman who have all said, we've stayed the night at Neverland. We've hung out with Michael. None of this has happened. And so if they're lying, if they are doing this for money, if they are doing this because of resentment, because of the fact that Michael did move on and develop friendships with other kids and they got jealous of that, or maybe he suggested he was going to help their careers a lot more than he did, so they're resentful of that. If any of that is true, if any of this, them lying, then they are horrible people. They are disturbing. They are disgusting. And they're even worse than what they're accusing Michael of. So guys, I'm still going to figure this out. I'm still going to form my thoughts and opinions. Let me know in the comments below, where do you come down on it? And let's not argue. Let's try not to name call and call people stupid for their opinions. It's their opinions. It's their right to form their opinions. I'm still working on mine. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.